Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Alright guys, I apologize, I'm a little bit late to the party here, but I just found out that Israel is carrying out airstrikes onto Iran as we speak right now. Current time is 6:11 p.m. I want to go over some of the latest details that are popping up on X right now. I've got video footage of these strikes. The capital of Tehran is being heavily bombed right now. Israel's going after nuclear facilities. They're going after military sites. They are hammering Iran like crazy right now. So take a look at your screen. Israel begins launching preemptive strikes on Iran with major hits. An Israeli military official reportedly told Reuters and other outlets that Israel's carrying out dozens of strikes on targets across Iran, focusing on sites linked to Iran's nuclear program. Yeah, apparently they're going after even like airfields, just everything. Major strikes all across Iran right now, especially their capital, Tehran. Let's jump into this, guys. Let's hop on over here to X. I'm going to show you some of the latest information over here from my sources. Vicegrad 24 breaking it has started. Israeli planes are striking targets across Tehran. Air defense sites are particularly hard hit. Israel closes its airspace and prepares for days of battle with Iran. Okay, so 9 seconds, guys. Take a look.
اینجا رو زدن اینجا هم زدن این لویزانم زدن پشتم زدن پشت لویزانم زدن اینجا رو زدن.
Okay, so you can see here the Israelis coming out hard hitting onto Iran. Already multiple airstrikes being reported in this area, and I believe this should be coming out from Tehran. That's where a lot of these hits are taking place tonight. Let's move on to another update. Vicegrad 24 again breaking. Israel is able to strike targets in Iran with ease. The Islamic regime's air defense systems are unable to stop the Israeli attacks. That's what I'm hearing as well, that a lot of these strikes have been successful so far. I haven't even heard any reports of Israeli jets getting shot down or anything like that. So far, Israel is just hammering Iran right now from all angles with their Air Force. Okay, here's a video as well that I can show you guys of an apartment building on fire, and I believe that should be tied to that video that I had for you earlier. And I think Israel's going after like politicians within the Iranian government and also top leaders of the IRGC, their military as well. Take a look at this.
ساعت الان 3:37 ورودی فرحزاده پایین یه ساختمان مسکونی رو زده شده.
All right, so as we can see here, looks like a high-rise building was targeted as well, and Israel carried out most likely some sort of decapitation strike. I've got some information on some top leaders of the IRGC or politicians in within the Iranian government that could have been targeted tonight. So let's move on to another update. World Source News 24/7 breaking. Israel reports attacking numerous military targets in Iran, including nuclear facilities. Okay, so many different military targets being hit tonight. I'm assuming probably more than dozens of strikes already have been carried out across Iran. Iran's going to be retaliating here any minute. And I do apologize, guys, ahead of time. This video is going to be very sloppy. We're going to be jumping around all over the place because information is just flying off the rails right now. So I do apologize. I didn't have a whole lot of time to put this video together, but I do want to show you this information. Now from Vicegrad 24, breaking explosions reported from across Iran. Code ASOC reports explosions from Lavizan, Sadegye, Sharon, Narmak, Tehran Pars, Ayatollah Kashani, Pirozi, Punak, Valiasur Square, Aju Danieh, Sarve, Hesar, Islam Shah, if I'm saying that correctly, Karaj, Sistan, and Baluchistan. Okay, so this is a picture coming out. I do apologize. I tried my best to pronounce some of those areas or cities within Iran, but you can see here a huge list already building up, just strikes all over the place. Looks like an Israeli strike took place right over here next to some buildings, some residential buildings. So we know that the Israelis are going after top leadership as well in the Iranian government. Now from Mosin Defender, footage showing the moments immediately following one of the Israeli strikes on the Iranian capital of Tehran. Let's go ahead and let this roll here as well. All right, right, so it looks like Israel carried out some sort of airstrike over here also in this neighborhood, and it looks like we got some flashes of lights. I'm not sure if that's some sort of secondary explosions going on over here. Not really sure exactly what was hit, but we can see something definitely on fire there. This coming out from the capital of Tehran. Now for Mosin Technical, major damage reported to multiple buildings in Tehran after Israeli strikes tonight. Here's a picture coming out looking like a building here, completely level to the ground. It looks like it split in half and collapsed. We can see the major damage here to this building, taking a direct hit from an Israeli bomb or missile. Now from World Source News 24/7, breaking: Trump convening an emergency cabinet level meeting. Yeah, so apparently the Trump cabinet is pulling together right now, holding an emergency meeting and discussing these strikes that are currently ongoing inside of Iran right now, guys. Things are going to be exploding over here in the Middle East. Now, X alerts. Breaking: initial reports indicate explosions at two of Iran's main nuclear facilities. Okay, so two major facilities being attacked as well. We got explosions nearby. Israel probably trying to destroy those nuclear sites. Now from World Source News 24/7, breaking: security source to Israel's Channel 14. We are going for a weeks-long campaign. Okay, so we're looking at a whole week of bombings in Iran, and Iran's going to be attacking back and forth with Israel as well. Who knows? Maybe even U.S. Military airfields across the Middle East, air bases are probably going to be attacked as well. We'll see if that happens to be the case, because so far it's just Israel carrying out these strikes. Now for Mosin Defender, explosions have been heard coming from the Natanz and Fordow nuclear sites in central Iran. Okay, so these are two of the nuclear facilities being attacked, Natanz and Fordow so far inside of central Iran. Military News UA, the strikes on Iran's capital, Tehran, were reportedly directed against SAM systems and other military facilities throughout the city. So air defense systems being struck, military sites across Tehran. Take a look. All right, so this is go time, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all these airstrikes being carried out across Iran's capital of Tehran tonight. Major explosions reported here. Now from Mosin Defender, the homes of top political and military officials in Iran were targeted during tonight's strikes by Israel against the Iranian capital of Tehran. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, top political and military officials, part of the IRGC and parts of the Iranian government, top officials being targeted in these strikes. It looks like there's an explosion over here at some sort of facility that may have been hit as well. Now for Mosin Defender, damage seen to a high-rise apartment building in the Iranian capital of Tehran following strikes tonight by the Israeli Air Force, which reportedly targeted senior military and political officials in the Iranian regime. Here's a high-rise building taking a direct hit from an Israeli bomb or missile striking this high-rise residential building, probably going after a top political or military official within their government and military. Now for Vicegrad 24, breaking: major Israeli deception airstrikes targeting IRGC leaders in Tehran and other locations in Iran. So this is that video I had for you guys earlier showing this fire here. That's probably what Israel was going after, was some sort of top political or military leadership within their country. So there's that information there. Now from Vicegrad 24, breaking: initial reports say Israel has been able to kill the chief of staff of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Mohammed Bagheri, in a decapitation strike. Okay, and this is something we see from Israel a lot. They do go after top military leadership. We saw this with Hezbollah. We saw this with Hamas down in the Gaza Strip, even Israel trying to go after top leadership of the Houthis down in Yemen. So we'll wait for further confirmation on that, but looks like they tried to take out the chief of staff of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. His name is Mohammed Bagheri. This is him right here in the photo. Now from World Source News 24/7, breaking: unconfirmed, but Israeli sources tell me that Iranian President Pezeshkian's apartment has been struck, as well as their chief of general staff and head of their nuclear program. Many targeted, but no confirmed results. Here's a report from Andrew Fox. Unconfirmed, but Israeli sources tell me that Iranian President Pezeshkian's apartment has been struck, as well as their chief of staff, of general staff, and the head of their nuclear program. Many targeted, but no confirmed results. Okay, so we don't know for sure yet, but these are major players here. Okay, the Iranian president, his apartment. Okay, we have the chief of general staff of their military or their nuclear program, and then we've got Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the Iran supreme leader, that also has been targeted. Okay, so these are major hits We'll see if that happens to be the case, if they actually struck them. Now from World Source News 24/7, breaking: Israel has detected missile launches from Iran. Okay, so these are just preliminary reports. Probably by the time I get done recording this for you guys, there might be reports of missiles already being launched going after Israel, maybe even the U.S. We'll see what happens here. But there's lots of reports that Iran might retaliate and go after U.S. forces stationed in the Middle East and maybe even U.S. embassies. That's why just the other night we had all these evacuations that were underway. Now from Ozen Defender, commercial flights heading to Tel Aviv have begun to turn around over the eastern Mediterranean. All right, so now commercial flights starting to turn away from Israel as they know they're probably about to be bombarded by hundreds, if not thousands, of ballistic missiles that are going to be fired from the Iranians. The Iranians already warned that they would do that. We'll see if that's going to be the case. I haven't been able to confirm that yet. Now we've got a statement by Israel Defense Force about tonight's strikes against Iran. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this clip. This is coming directly out of Israel's military. Take a look at this.
For years, the Iranian regime has called for the destruction of the State of Israel, planning and advancing concrete military plans to do so. Over the past few months, intelligence has shown that Iran is closer than ever to obtaining a nuclear weapon. This morning, the IDF began preemptive and precise strikes targeting the Iranian nuclear program in order to prevent the Iranian regime's ability to build a nuclear bomb in the immediate time frame. We have no choice. We are operating against an imminent and existential threat. We cannot allow the Iranian regime to obtain a nuclear weapon that would be a danger to Israel and the entire world. This operation is for our right to exist here, for our future and for our children's future. The State of Israel has the right and the obligation to operate in order to protect its people and will continue to do so. The IDF conducted significant preparations for this operation. We are well prepared, both in defense and offense, to defend ourselves. The IDF will continue to defend the State of Israel.
All right, so major statement coming directly out of the IDF claiming that they have launched this operation to carry out airstrikes onto Iran to prevent them from obtaining a nuclear bomb, guys. That's the major reason why Israel is doing this right now. Now for Mario Nafal, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, U.S. not involved in Israeli strike on Iran. And he says, quote, tonight Israel took unilateral action against Iran. We are not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Israel advised us that they believe this action was necessary for its self-defense. President Trump and the administration has taken all necessary steps to protect our forces and remain in close contact with our regional partners. Let me be clear, Iran should not target U.S. interests or personnel. Okay, and this is what he stated here. Okay, directly from the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, that they did not help Israel with these strikes. This was completely Israel doing so. There should be no retaliation on the U.S. or U.S. forces in the Middle East. We'll see what's going to happen here, guys. I'm sure Israel will be targeted for these strikes tonight, and we'll see if Iran decides to take action against the U.S. as well. Now from open source intel, second wave on Tehran. Okay, so this was information just starting to come out after I was gathering all those other details for you guys. We have a second wave of strikes being carried out onto Tehran already. Okay, this is the capital of Iran. You can see multiple airstrikes already over here on buildings, probably military facilities as well. Now for Vicegrad 24, breaking reports of explosions at the airport in Baghdad where U.S. forces are stationed. It's possible that Iranian proxy groups in Iraq, such as Kataib Hezbollah, are attacking U.S. forces. Okay, not good news, guys. We heard this, that some of the paramilitary groups in Iraq that are backed by Iran might try to go after U.S. forces and launch attacks. So I'm sure the U.S. military is prepared for that, and they're expecting to be attacked from Iran's proxy groups in Iraq. Okay, so explosions at some of the bases, or an airport, in Baghdad in Iraq. Okay, not good news there. Now from Amichai Stein. Israeli sources says, we have identified that the Iranians are on the verge of achieving a nuclear breakthrough within a few days. They have the capability, to produce 15 bombs. Their scientists have been working to assemble the bombs. Okay, this is not good, guys. This is why Israel's doing this, striking Iran's nuclear facilities, trying to prevent them from obtaining a nuclear bomb. This is just crazy. I don't even know what to say right now. Just so much information coming out, guys. That's the most I have for you for right now. I'll try to gather up some more details, see if we could do another video. If we get more information on what happens to Israel or the U.S. tonight, I will definitely put out more details for you. So it looks like it's going to be a long night. Bear with me again. I apologize. This video was very sloppy, but I just wanted to do my best to get some information out there for you guys, let you know what's going on with the situation now. So stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button as well. That way you can follow the channel. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.